All right, so we're dealing with linear system word problems, and these ones are unique because the totals are going to be the same units. Now, before we've done like, oh, I made this much money and sold this many tickets or something like that, and so they've been two different units. So what we're going to do is we set up the table the same way, but it looks a little different than usual. So, again, we have our table here. Okay, the very far right column, we're going to put our totals. Okay, so I see that I have a total of $228. Okay. And I see that the school took in 108. That's another way of saying total. Okay, so now notice that 228 and 108 are both dollars. So normally when I write my categories, I would write money and money. But that doesn't make sense because I have to be able to distinguish them somehow. So then we look at, well, how do we make that money? Or where do we make that money? Or when did we make that money? And so it says on the first day of ticket sales. So on the first day of ticket sales, we made $228. So my category for this one is first day. So I'll put first. And then the school took in $108 on the second day. So I'm going to put second here. So that's where the totals come from. The $228 was made on the first day, and $108 made on the second day. And that's because when we have totals that are the same units, we have to distinguish them somehow. And then on top, the types are still the same. That hasn't changed since the last time we talked about this. And the two different types, we have adult tickets and we have student tickets. Okay. So let's go ahead and fill in our table. How many adult tickets did we sell on the first day? Well, it says on the first day of ticket sales, they sold 14 adult tickets, and they sold 6 student tickets. So 14, 6. We're missing variables here, so let's put x and y. Why not? So 14x plus 6y equals 228. All right, now let's take a look at the second. The school took $108 on the second day by selling 6 adult tickets. Okay. And 6 student tickets. All right. So 6y, 6x equals 108. All right, so now we have our chart filled in. And then it says to find the price of an adult ticket and the price of a student ticket. Here we go. So 14x plus 6y equals 228. And 6x plus 6y equals 108. Now, here's the cool thing about this one. Notice that I can use elimination, and the only thing I have to change is the bottom equation. Because, look, I already have 6y and 6y, so I just have to make it a negative 6y. So these can be inverses. I want those to be inverses. So the top equation doesn't change. 14x plus 6y equals 228. On the bottom, I have negative 6x minus 6y equals negative 108. All right, now I truly do have my inverses, positive 6y and negative 6y. Let's add them together. 14 plus negative 6 is 8x. 6 plus negative 6 is 0y. And 228 minus 108 is going to give me 0 to 120. Okay. All right, now let's go ahead. We have 0y eliminated. And so in order to get x by itself, we divide by 8. And I'm going to get x equals 120 divided by 8. I really don't know off the top of my head, so we're going to have to do some real division here. So it doesn't go in the 1, goes in the 12 once, bring down the 8. 12 minus 8 is 4, check down the 0. It goes in the 45 times. So it's going to be 15. X equals 15. All right, but I'm not done yet. I have to figure out what y is in this equation. So let's plug it into the first one. Why not? First one, second one, doesn't matter. All right, here we go. 14 times 15 plus 6y equals 228. 14 times 15, yikes, that's going to be big. So let's do that math over here. It's going to be 20, carry the 2. It's going to be 6. Bring down the 0, 5, and 1. So that's going to be 1, 1, carry the 1, 2. 210. Okay. So 210 plus 6y equals 228. And then we're going to subtract 210. So 6y equals, let's see, 8, 1. All right, 6y equals 18. In order to get y by itself, we divide by 6. Y equals 3. Okay, so now I have both my answers. But again, in real life, I can't just say, oh, x equals 15, hello. You have to be able to say what those variables mean, Lindsay. So here we go. X equals 15. As we just talked about, X is the adults. Okay, X is the adults. So that means they sold 15 adult tickets. Okay, and Y is the student, so that means they sold 3 student tickets. So there you go. There's how you do number 2. So the big deal for this equation was you had to be able to distinguish the two different totals. They were both money, so you have to be able to say, well, this top equation about money is the first day. The bottom equation about money is the second day.